Hi everyone, it's Raven. Welcome back to my channel. Today I will be talking about my book haul from like the past couple months. I'm not quite sure, maybe like past 4 months. I've kind of acquired some books. It's a total of 25 books if I counted them correctly. And without further ado, let's get into them. And first, I'm going to get into my Joe Hill and Stephen King books I have gotten. So the first Stephen King book I'm going to go with is Evil Things. And I believe this is about a guy who owns a shop that basically anybody can wish whatever they want, but it comes at a very high price. And I heard it was really good, so I was like, I want it. Plus, I'm trying to acquire a great amount of Stephen King's works, because I've read The Shining, and I was like, it was great, and I kept reading more of it, and I just want more of his stuff. So there's one. And I got Joe Hill. Joe Hill's heart-shaped box. I got this like for 65 cents at the Goodwill. Great deal. It was used. I'm not sure about what this is about, but it was Joe Hill, and I wanted it, so I got it. I read, at this point, I read a couple of his graphic novels, and I was like, you know, I like that, so I wanted to have that, so I got it. And the next Joe Hill book I got was The Fireman by him, and I heard it was good. And as far as I know, it's about, you know, people who basically bust into flames. And there's this one guy who can control it, which is called the Fireman. And this girl ends up having this disease, and she ends up being pregnant, and her husband leaves her, and they basically cross paths. That's basically all I know about it. And the next one is Stephen King's Nightmares and Dreamscapes. This is basically all of his short stories, I believe, and it's a chunker. It's like 900 something pages. We can see right now, actually. Let's see. It's like 965, so that's a lot of short stories. I can't wait. I'm not going to read this in one setting right now. I'm probably going to read like a couple of his short stories, a couple at a time, and slowly make my way through it, not read it in one setting because it's huge. This is actually kind of daunting. It kind of worries me, so we'll see how fast I get to it. And I also got Stephen King's The Body. I tried to get through it during the reading rush, and I couldn't quite get into it, so hopefully maybe the next time I get in, give it another try, maybe it'll do it for me. And the very, I believe, last Stephen King I got, yeah, the very last Stephen King I got was If It Bleeds. I actually read the first 2 short stories. I read Mr. Harrigan's Phone and The Life of Chuck. I really liked Mr. Harrigan's Phone because I really related to the story more than I thought I would. So I'll get into that when I do a review of the short stories when I read all of them. So this is what I got. And I think I'm gonna get into I got Michael Crichton's Jurassic Park. I saw Boston Reads read it, and she says really good. So I was like, you know what? I have never read anything that's about dinosaurs or anything scientific or sci-fi, I guess you would call it. Anything like that. Science fiction. There we go. So I read this one. I gave it 3 stars only because I liked the sciencey bits. Of course, this is like one of the main complaints about this book, which, you know, I kind of figured it's going to have less dense science stuff in it. That's going to go right over my head. That's the reason why I knocked it down to 3 star, but I did enjoy all the gritty bits of all the dinosaurs eating the people. I like the action in it, so I got that, and, you know, I couldn't stop myself. I got the second one, The Lost World. I have this on audiobook on the Libby app. I'm hesitant to get into it, which I should get into it before it expires. It has like a 8 days or 9 days on it, so I should get into it, but I do have this too, and I will hopefully get into it sometime. I also like the little diagrams it has on it, so I find that interesting too. I guess I'm gonna go with this deck over here. I got Christina Lawrence, Twice in the Blue Moon, because Haley from Haley in Bookland, which I'm actually watching. I was just watching her. There's a TV right behind this camera, and it's actually paused on her. I bought 65 books in the quarantine because I have a problem, and well, it kind of watching her doing her book haul and stuff. It was like inspired me just to get done with my book haul. So that's why I'm actually doing this video if you want to know. But I actually got this book upon her recommendation because she reads like a lot of Christina Lauren, and I want to try and branch out on the type of books I read. And this is a romance book that, you know, it's Christina Lauren. She writes a lot of romance apparently, and Haley like raves about her and her writing, and I'm like, well, I guess I'll give this one a shot. So I got this because I thought of Haley, and I'm like, well, if she reads a lot of her, she raves about her, I'll give it a shot. So, and I also got on this day John Dies at the End by David Wong. Yeah, you can tell why I got it. The cover was intriguing. It's basically, it says, the synopsis on the back says, it's an infamous first book in the bestseller. Wait, hang on. Nope, not synopsis, that's a blurb. Sorry. It says, a drug that can destroy the fabric of reality itself falls in the hands of two small town dudes who are in no way equipped to deal with it. Will anybody make it out alive? The fact that this book has multiple sequels would suggest the answer is yes. So I was like, that sounded intriguing to me, so I got it. Alright, I guess I'm gonna go for the stack over here. I finally got Chain of Gold by Cassandra Clare. I held off on this for a good long time because I was like, I wanted to get through the Mortal Instruments series because I read the first 3 but then stopped, and I finally got through them. So, and then I got, I guess along with this too, because I did get, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Found it. Also got the Infernal Devices trilogy in this beautiful edition. I got it in this edition because my Mortal Instruments series up on my top shelf is in that edition as well. And I read the first book in this, so since I read the first book in the series, I decided I'm going to get this. So that's why it inspired me to finally get it. Because I would watch all the booktubers be having, I got Chain of Gold in today, and review it, and I'd be like, oh, I still don't have that book. But I finally got it, and also acquired these, so they're beautiful on my shelf. And along with, I guess, with new releases, I also got The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins. This, I was excited. I was excited about it, but I also wasn't really that into Hunger Games. But I'm like, well, it looks really good, and since I already had the first 3 up on there, I was like, no, I'll give it a shot, and I got it. So, I've already read, like, the first 200 pages, and it's really good so far, so we'll see what the rest is like once I'm done with it. Okay, now I'm going to get into the books that I didn't purchase, but like they were, either I'm borrowing them or they were given to me. Well, lies. This one I bought, it's a Beowulf, it's a classic, so I was like, no, I want to try this classic. It was 65 cents at the Goodwill, so I got it. So, now we're going to get into the books that I didn't buy or were given to me or I'm borrowing. This one in particular is special to me because it's The Hobbit. And this was actually owned by my dad. As you can tell by the doll facts, it has his name written in it like 5 times. Like right here where he wrote in it, and you tell it's very worn, it's old. It has it right here. You can tell he wanted to know that it was his book, and he wrote the I can't really show you that because it shows my address information, but like he wrote it in here and stuff, and you could tell he really loved the Hobbits when he was in high school. So in Lord of the Rings trilogy, and it was actually at my nana's when I was staying at my Nana Papa's for like a month and a half, because during like COVID, that's when COVID hit. So I was already staying with them at the time, and COVID hit, and then, you know, they're older, they're like 84 years old, so I stayed with them for like a month and a half, kind of hung out with them, and I found this, and then now I've acquired it because, you know, it's my dad's book, so this actually means a lot to me. I will cherish it for the rest of my life, so I'm very, very happy I actually have it. And I also got Gone Girl. This was my mom's. We had a whole bunch of books that were being put in a tote because we were doing some reorganization of the house and doing all that stuff here, and to get kind of get some clutter out. She put some books in a tote, and I was like, hey, can I go through these books? She was like, yeah, sure. So I saw this, and I was like, okay, this is a thriller. This is what I've been looking for a while to get into thriller and mystery crime novels. So I got this. That's where I also got Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn. Both these Gillian Flynn books. I got both of these from my mom. And I also got Nicholas Sparks's Longest Ride. I'm assuming this is a romance contemporary novel. I have no idea what it's about, but I like it. I think it's a romance. I think I heard somewhere it's a romance. Like, it's a movie. I think it's a movie, obviously. But I think it is romance. So I was like, I will try this out because I'm trying to branch out into new genres, not be stuck in one little box, you know. And I also got Christina Lauren's, Kristen Hanna's The Great Alone. My mom actually purchased this. She never really got into it, so I was like, you know what, I'll read it because Jess from Nevertheless on her channel raved about this book, and I was like, I will see. My mom read like 2 or 3 books of hers already, and she liked her writing, and I thought my mom would like this, but she never ended up reading it, so like, well, it's on my shelf, so I'll borrow it and read it. And I'm gonna go into my most recent purchases. As I'm sitting on my floor, my feet are going to sleep, so that's great for me. I got The Girl with All the Gifts by M.R. Carey. I got this yet on another YouTuber's recommendation from Becca in the Books, and she was like, it's a zombie book, it's gory, and she went into it not knowing it was gory, so it like freaked her out, which I thought that was funny, which I'm like, I like gory stuff, so I'll try this out. And I actually got this is the one that I actually got, if you watch any of my vlog, my very first vlog, I believe it was, that I got this used, and it was $1, but with shipping it added up to $5, so this actually ended up being a very good and great condition. I think mine is like a little bit of like worn edges a little bit, but I don't mind that, because you know, like if I end up not liking the book, then I only paid $5 for it, then I can just resell it or give it away to someone that would love it and would read it. So we got this. I'm getting a whole big stack over here. And I got The Beautiful by Renee Ahdieh and The Damned by Renee Ahdieh. I got both of these from another booktuber's recommendation. It is Olivia from Olivia Reads a Latte. As you can already tell, probably saw my first vlog that I got these in. These are basically about vampires in New Orleans. And it's in 1872 New Orleans, so that's great. One, I love me vampires, as you can probably tell. It's here pretty soon, that's the theme of my YouTube channel. And I love a New Orleans / southern setting. That's my niche. Love it, chef's kiss. I will eat that up all day. So that's why I got both of these. She raved about them. I'm like, I'll get them. And last but not least, if you probably didn't see this coming, but if you did see this coming, or if you didn't, you shouldn't be surprised. I also got Midnight Sun by Stephenie Meyer. I have all of her Twilight books minus the gender swap one. I will try and acquire that, but I believe I want to say that yeah, it was actually Twilight that actually really got me into reading and like into vampires in the first place, and so that's why I was excited to get this, because I was like, you know, I love vampires, and I love Twilight and the whole series. I know it has some problematic issues, but you know what? I still enjoy them. They're an enjoyable read, you know. To me, New Moon was my favorite book. I remember me going to the library and like my public library and like always picking up that book because I would just read it. And after I read the whole thing, I would just read it for the Jacob part, since I loved Jacob in book and movies. So I just remember always picking up that book and reading it all the time, and just being obsessed with like the Twilight movies and watching them. And I also have like a Twilight bag who says I run with vampires. It's actually over there. Like, it's actually a New Moon book, a New Moon bag, so that's funny. I also have, I can actually show you right here, a Edward bag right here. It's an Eclipse Edward bag. I actually use this to put my work shoes in when I come home from work. So, I also so as you can tell, Twilight and Stephenie Meyer's books has a very special place in my heart, because her books really kind of, it when I was younger, when I was really younger, it really took me out of a new place. Kind of really, it made me not dwell on what things were really happening in the situation that me and my sister were in at the time. It really helped me cope with what was really happening. Really kind of distracted me, helped me put myself in a place that I really wanted to be at, other than where I was at the time. So I have really meaningful attachments to those books. So when I kind of see people trash the books, it kind of hurts me a little bit, because it helped me get through a lot of hard times, and I know it helped my sister get through a lot of hard times, because she also read the books too, and I really do appreciate Stephenie Meyer writing those books, because it really helped me get through a lot of stuff that I was going through at the time. So I'm gonna stop rambling about some sadness and some things, how I feel about how they helped me and stuff like that. So I'm gonna stop rambling. That is basically all my books. I'm just gonna put you down a little bit. Let me see if I can see. Oh, I need a light, but I probably can't do that. So this is basically like, oh god, sorry. All the books, they're like on my floor right now. Oh, that's really dark, so you can't really see that, but Midnight Sun's on that floor. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video of talking about all the books that I've acquired over the past couple months. It wasn't less I thought it was. It's only like 25 bucks, but it actually isn't too bad. But it's still a good amount of books. But I actually plan on doing a full video on my vampire books that I have, and a full video of my Anne Rice collection, because that's what my channel's kind of based on. It is a collection of my Anne Rice Vampire Chronicles books. So I will be doing a guide to Anne Rice's Vampire Chronicles video too, to help you guys out navigate that and how to get started into it if you guys want to start reading some Anne Rice. I know her books are a little daunting and an adult, obviously. And maybe some things about what I think about Twilight, I guess, and more things about vampire stuff. And I want to do another video on my Stephen King and Joe Hill books, because I have a lot more on my shelf too, and maybe a bookshelf tour. So I hope you guys are having a great morning, day, evening, night, or wherever you guys are at in the world. And I hope you guys like, subscribe, comment, or whatever you guys want to do. And hopefully I will see you guys on my next video. Bye! And in case if you want to know what my bag was, it's this one, I Run with Vampires. My sister gave it to me, so I used it and I stopped. I went to a more professional big girl bag, but then I'm like, well, I actually just went back to it. So this is the other Twilight bag I got, just if you wanted to know. This video is officially ended.